The lights of Inglewood, California burned bright that night, but inside the forum, the atmosphere carried a different fire. This was not just another fight card. This was unfinished business. Juan Francisco, El Gallo Estrada, Mexico's warrior of precision and heart, was walking back into a battlefield where redemption waited. Across from him stood the heavy-handed titan of Thailand, Srisaket Sor Rungvisai, a man feared for his brutal knockouts, a champion whose fists had rewritten careers. Their first encounter left questions. A razor-close decision many believed Estrada deserved, and so the world demanded a second chapter. The crowd roared with anticipation, flags of green, white, and red waving beside the bold colors of Thailand. It wasn't just two men fighting for a title. It was two nations colliding through the willpower of their champions. The air was heavy, humming with chants, the thrum of drums, and the rattling heartbeat of fans who knew they were about to witness something. Estrada entered with ice in his veins, carrying years of frustration, determination, and the Mexican tradition of fearless boxing. Sor Rungvisai stood calm, a man who had slain giants before, including the beloved Chocolatito Gonzalez. Twice, the announcer's voice boomed, declaring titles, records, legacies. This was a fight for supremacy at 115 pounds, a division packed with speed, power, and relentless pace. The bell rang, round one began, and instantly you could feel the clash of styles. Estrada's jabs snapped like a whip, sharp and calculated. Sor Rungvisai tested range, waiting to unleash his thudding hooks. Every second was filled with tension, like coiled springs waiting to explode. It was chess, played at the speed of gunfire. Estrada looked sharper, hungrier. Sor Rungvisai, calm, but perhaps too calm, moved forward cautiously. The first chapter of their rematch had begun. And it was already clear this would be different from the first. As the early rounds unfolded, Estrada set a furious pace. His punches came in combinations, crisp jabs, quick hooks to the body, and overhand rights that sliced through the champion's guard. Sor Rungvisai, known for his brute strength, seemed hesitant, almost sluggish, as if the weight cut had drained his usual fire. The Mexican challenger took full advantage, controlling distance, dictating tempo, and making Sor Rungvisai chase shadows. Every time the Thai fighter lunged forward, Estrada met him with a sharp counter. It was beautiful boxing, hit and don't get hit, the very essence of the sweet science. The forum echoed with the sound of clean leather connecting, Estrada's accuracy winning the approval of fans and judges alike. By round 3, Estrada was averaging over 100 punches per round, his volume relentless. Sor Rungvisai was landing, yes, but too few, too late, too scattered. The commentators marveled at Estrada's control. "This is brilliant boxing," they said. And it was. He wasn't just fighting Sor Rungvisai, he was dismantling him. He circled, jabbed, and sliced angles that left the Thai champion guessing. But Sor Rungvisai was no ordinary opponent. His record was built on one-punch devastation. The danger was always there, hidden in his fists. And though Estrada was winning the rounds, everyone watching knew. One clean shot from the Thai southpaw could turn everything upside down. By the end of round 4, Estrada had clearly taken command. But the question lingered in the air. Could he keep this pace against a man who needed only one moment, one opening, to change history? By the middle rounds, Estrada was painting a masterpiece. His combinations flowed like water, a jab to the body, left hook upstairs, right cross over the top. The crowd gasped at his precision, applauding every flurry. This was the performance he had promised himself after the bitter memory of their first fight. This was his statement to the world. Sor Rungvisai, however, refused to break. He absorbed shots that would have folded lesser men, his granite chin keeping him alive. He stalked forward, switching occasionally from southpaw to orthodox, trying desperately to find an angle that would disrupt Estrada's rhythm. And then, late in the 7th round, he landed. A thudding right hand crashed against Estrada's guard, shaking the challenger. For a split second, the forum held its breath. Was this the moment? Was Sor Rungvisai about to turn the tide? But Estrada answered like a champion. Instead of backing away, he dug to the body, firing hooks that forced
Sor Rungvisai to step back. It was a message, "You will not break me." The exchange ignited the crowd. Cheers roared as both men traded leather, center ring, embodying the spirit of Mexican grit and Thai steel. The fight had shifted from pure boxing to a war of wills. Estrada's sharpness was undeniable, but Sor Rungvisai's power loomed like a storm cloud. Every punch from the Thai champion carried menace, and Estrada's defense would need to remain flawless. This was no longer just about winning rounds. It was about surviving the fire while holding on to control. As the fight entered the 10th, 11th, and 12th rounds, fatigue began to creep in. Estrada, though still sharp, stood his ground more, exchanging with the bigger puncher. Sor Rungvisai sensed urgency and came forward with aggression. But Estrada's counters kept him honest. A low blow briefly paused the action in round 11, a reminder of how brutal this sport could be. The crowd rose to its feet in the final round. Both men understood what was at stake. Sor Rungvisai needed a knockout. Estrada needed to stay disciplined, to close the show with the same brilliance he had displayed all night. They traded combinations, toe-to-toe, the forum echoing with thunderous applause. Mexico's warrior was answering every assault, refusing to let history repeat itself. By the final bell, the crowd knew. This was Estrada's night. He had boxed beautifully, fought bravely, and taken the fight away from the champion. The ring announcer's voice cut through the roar of the arena. "Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the scorecards." Time slowed. Estrada stood still, chest heaving, eyes locked forward. Sor Rungvisai, ever stoic, awaited the decision. All three judges score the contest, for the winner by unanimous decision. The words that followed ignited an explosion inside the forum. De Mexico, Juan Francisco Estrada. The crowd erupted. Mexican flags waved, voices shouted, tears were shed. Estrada, once denied, was now the WBC super flyweight champion of the world. This was redemption. This was validation. Years of sacrifice, discipline, and pain had crystallized into one shining moment of ghee. Sor Rungvisai, the proud Thai warrior, accepted defeat with dignity. His reign had ended, but his legacy remained carved in stone. And Estrada, El Gallo, stood as the king of 115 pounds. His performance a textbook display of skill, courage, and the heart of a true champion. That night, boxing was reminded of why it is called the sweet science. Precision over power, strategy over brute force, and above all, the unbreakable spirit of a fighter chasing destiny.